Zero conditional. Conditionals are an important part of English. We use them to make predictions, to give advice, and to talk about hypothetical situations. Conditionals help us connect cause and effect. Conditionals generally use if or when to introduce conditions, but other words or phrases can also be used. There are 4 different types of conditional sentences. In this video, we're going to look at zero conditionals. Be sure to check out our videos on first, second, and third conditionals. You can find the links in the video description. Unlike other conditionals, zero conditional isn't used to refer to specific times. That is, we can't use it to refer to the past or the future. So, what is zero conditional used for? It's used to talk about things that always happen under certain conditions. Here's an example. If water freezes, it turns into ice. Notice it shows cause and effect. Also notice that it refers to something that always happens. When water freezes, it always turns into ice. Let's now look at the structure that makes this a zero conditional sentence. Conditionals often start with if or when. In this example, it's if. Next comes the subject. In our sentence, water is the subject. Then comes a base verb. In this case, we have freezes. The reason there is an S on freeze is because our subject, water, is third person singular. Next, we have a comma to separate our 2 clauses. Then we have our subject again. In this case, it's the pronoun it, which refers to the water. And finally, another base verb. In our example, that is turns into ice. Another way to think about the structure is this. If or when, followed by a present simple clause, then another present simple clause. In this sentence, the condition comes before the result. We can change the order. For example, we could say, water turns into ice if it freezes. Now the result comes before the condition. If we do this, we don't use a comma between the clauses. Now we know the structure of zero conditionals, let's take a look at a couple more examples. The first. If a product is damaged, a full refund is provided. If I get less than 7 hours sleep, I am cranky. When the sun sets, the sky becomes dark. We know they are zero conditional because they follow this structure. If or when, followed by a clause in present simple, then a comma, then another clause in present simple. Each of these sentences refers to something that is always true. Zero conditional is used for laws, rules, scientific facts, and general truths. Now it's time to write a zero conditional sentence of your own. You might choose to write a general truth. It might be about nature. For example, if it rains, the ground becomes wet. Or it could be about the law, like this. If you drive over the speed limit, you receive a fine. Or you might like to write about a habit or routine that always leads to a certain result. For example, if I read before bed, I fall asleep faster. Or, when I skip my morning coffee, I get grumpy. Follow this structure and remember that zero conditional is used for things that are always true. Leave your sentence in the comments below because I'd love to see how you went. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you haven't already, check out our videos on first, second, and third conditionals using the links below. I hope to see you soon for the next lesson. EasyTeaching.net